Hi, my name is Lawrence He, and I'm a sound designer based in Los Angeles. In case you have been living under a rock, the highly anticipated Top Gun sequel, Top Gun Maverick, was finally released in May 2022. I watched it in Adobe Theater and was absolutely blown away by how incredible the mix sounded. And yeah, the bulk of the work was done by the legendary Skywalker sound. Ah, goosebumps. I like the sound of Top Gun Maverick so much that I bought the Blu-ray version so I can enjoy it again with my home soundbar. However, while watching it again, I can't help but notice a sound trope. You might not notice it if you don't play a lot of video games or actually witness one in real life. Here, let me show you.
Come on! You got him, man! It's not over yet. One last chance.
Did you notice it? No? That's okay. Let me bring in some expert witness.
Oh, the sounds are bad. Oh, no.
Oh, why does the gun sound like that? Where's the bird?
Okay, Mr. Pilot, I wouldn't call it bad. It still sounds very cool. But yes, I am talking about the cannon sounds from the jet. Top Gun Maverick and most films that ever featured a fighter jet firing a machine gun had a complete different approach to designing the cannon sounds versus in real life. Now you might ask, what do you know? Who are you to judge the works of others out there? And you're right. I mean, just look at my home studio. But for academic purposes, here's an interview by another fighter jet pilot on this topic.
I don't understand why they can't get the gun sounds correct. I mean, I guess we're all conditioned to hear the individual bullets sounding, but in fact, with a high rate of fire, it fires 6,000 rounds a minute. That's 100 rounds a second. You don't hear individual bullets, you just hear that zzz sound.
And by that
zzz sound,
here are some real-life examples. Now, I get why filmmakers prefer letting us hear the individual rounds firing out of the gun versus how they sound in real life. It's all about emotions. The average popcorn-eating, reserved, reclining seat-sitting audience will not perceive the zzz
sound
as threatening or powerful. Like the pilot mentioned, we're now so accustomed to a certain machine gun sound that anything other than that might just take us out of the story. Just listen to these chunky gun sounds. You can just feel the power and the raw emotions of these particular scenes. America. Anyways, after this well thought out and peer-reviewed research, I want to give this clip from Top Gun my own rendition. I don't want to be too realistic where we might lose the emotions behind it, but I also want to keep it somewhat grounded. I'm pretty sure this fight for balance is a struggle that a lot of sound designers and editors face, and honestly, there's really no wrong way to do it, as long as you always serve the story and on-screen emotions. Well, there's actually one way. You do it till the directors and producers are satisfied. And before we start, shout out to YouTuber Quartz708 and their latest video that inspired my own little experiment. Links in the description below. Okay, now here's the original clip from Top Gun Maverick again.
Come on! You got him, man! It's not over yet. One last chance.
And now, here's my own version of all the sounds replaced. Just for funsies, here's the cannon sounds soloed. What do you think of this cannon sound recreation? Do you think the audience will still prefer the more chunky individual sounds or a more realistic
zzz sound?
I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. I might do a follow-up video in the future with a breakdown of how I designed my own version of the cannon sounds. This is also my first YouTube video about sound. If you like what I did or have any suggestions, make sure to let me know. And if you really hate it, you are required by law to let me know in the comment section as well. That's it, folks. Stay safe and maybe see you at the next one.